understand why it's upsetting. But in my defense, if I had known she was a witch, I wouldn't have thrown water on her. I mean, you gotta tell me these things. I don't know. I never met her before.
Just by... Oh, please.
Well, she had a complexion issue, but I wasn't really thinking... I mean, my first thoughts of her witch.
She's green.
Green?
She's green.
I thought she was kind of teal.
No, she was green.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we're here to react to trailer number 2 for this little show. It's about a time traveler, and it's a quantum... No. It's... No. Professor Plum in the library... No. Doctor Who. Not Doctor Who's.
No.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who? Doctor Who.
Yes.
So we are going to watch this trailer. Now, if you've seen any of our other reactions things.
Any of our other things and stuff. If you've seen
our backdrop or these chairs.
If you've
seen any of the other Doctor Who videos we've done, we've talked about the fact that, there's some iffiness in the fandom about whether this is a good move or not. We're not sure we have landed anywhere ourselves.
We're just open.
But we think that it's fair to give any new thing a shot, a fair shake, before we make up our minds whether it's for us or not. I don't think a trailer will be enough to do that for me.
No.
We'll watch it, and hopefully it'll make us excited to see the first episode. But I think it's going to take 2 or 3 episodes before we kind of land on where we are, and we're not going to review an episode at a time, so, we're just going to react to this.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will do this, and then we will let you know what we think about the trailer, and then you can jump into the comments below and let us know how wrong we were, or how right we were, or...
Right we are.
Yes, or how, how... I had spinach in my teeth or something. I haven't eaten spinach, so that would be really weird.
That'd be awkward.
Yeah, just spontaneous random spinach.
Or you could have just a piece of broccoli, just right.
Or a piece of celery pinned to my... No. Anyway, we're going to watch this right now, and then we'll get on doing all those things that we just talked about, including,
Celery.
Here we go.
Oh, trailer before the trailer.
I'm the doctor. When people need help, I never refuse. What do we do?
Why are you asking her?
Because she's in charge, bro.
Says who?
Says us. Let's get a shift on. I'm just a traveller. Sometimes I see things need fixing. Do what I can. I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I'll see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious. Don't forget.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to cut Jodie Whittaker off there, but that was the end of the trailer, so...
What are we supposed to... I forgot.
Huh?
What?
What? What happened?
She said don't forget.
Oh. Maybe the silence?
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
All right, so do your thoughts about the trailer.
Lots of explosions. Oh my goodness.
Yes, and pop music.
Pop music.
Very generic pop music.
Don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about that musical choice. That was the only nagging thing to me about this video.
It was the musical.
That was the music. I was just like, oh gosh, I could do without this music.
Yeah, no, so I purposely avoided this trailer because I knew we were probably going to be reacting to it. But I did happen to see the quote that, I'm just a traveler. I see things that need fixing. I try to help. And that's the spirit of the Doctor.
Sure.
And I can agree that at least they're carrying that on. So, it looks good. And of course, who says she's in charge? And everyone's saying we do. And that's kind of cool too.
I did hear, this is not... I'll get to my thoughts about the trailer in a second, but I did hear that the first episode with her is not going to have the Doctor Who opening and show title thingy.
Oh, is it just going to kind of pick up?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then it's going to go, and then they'll do that for the second episode.
That's fine.
Which is different. Yeah, okay, so for me, like I said, the music didn't really work for me.
Yeah.
I definitely think it looks good.
Well done.
By good I mean we saw a spaceship or two. We saw some planetary movement. All the effects and everything looks solid. I don't know enough about the companions yet to know how I feel about them. Certainly, I don't know how I feel about Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor yet. So I think all of that will be pretty much depend on how they play that. And what they do with that, so I can't really make an assessment on those things right now.
Yeah,
other than to say that it doesn't look. There was nothing about it that made me cringe, or made me other than the music. That made me go, I don't even want to see the first episode of that. So that's good because
praise.
but we say all the time that, that some great movies, when we watch trailers, some great movies can have a terrible trailer.
Yeah.
And then it's like you see the movie and you're like, oh, why did they have that trailer? That trailer did not make me want to see this movie.
Yeah.
So so it wasn't like that. It wasn't a turn off. It didn't make me want to run from this thing.
Yeah.
But it also didn't make me pull in and go, yeah, I'm excited. I have yet to see anything that makes me excited. I know it's new showrunner, I know it's new cast, all that stuff, and that's great. But I also know from history that those things can be hit or miss. Not with this show, but just in general.
And so it's going to be. I don't doubt the quality of the acting that we're going to get, but it's going to be the quality of the stories that they're planning to tell. And so, what's the overarching theme? What's the main goal for this season? We don't know any of that right now. So, we could. And the thing is, a lot of the seasons, especially like with Peter Capaldi's first season, it was kind of muddy to start, so we had to give it a few episodes to really get into it.
Yeah, I fully admit that I was not on board, and I'm saying this as someone who hated to see Peter Capaldi go. That I was not on board his first season, not because I wanted somebody younger or anything like that, but just because he came on with such a gruff persona. That I was like, for me, the fun of Doctor Who is always like I could see myself going on these adventures or making some of these choices to jump aboard the TARDIS and go. And he was not a Doctor that first season that I would have gone anywhere with. Like I would have been no thanks. Yeah. But that changed over time, and I really came to like him in that role. I think he really grew into it well. Mm-hmm. There were some hit or miss episodes, certainly with him. There were hit or miss episodes with every Doctor, which is why when we say we were going to give this a chance, that we say we'll do 2 or 3, 4 episodes, because we know from experience, both with Doctor Who and other shows, that shows can have hit or miss episodes, and sometimes it takes new shows, and in this case it is virtually a new show, new showrunner, new actors involved, and probably some new people in the writing stable as well. So it takes shows a while to find their footing.
Mm-hmm. So this is basically the freshman outing for all of these folks. So we want to see what they bring to the table, and so this looks exciting, but it's like. It's a well cut together trailer with the exception of the music. Right. So, we can't base everything just on that. So we're gonna give it a shot. We were already planning on giving it a shot.
And we would encourage you, if you're one of the people that's like on the fence about this thing, give it 2 or 3, 4 episodes and see what you think about it. If you don't like it, it's not for you. No harm, no foul.
That's cool.
Certainly you don't have to disparage people that are into it.
Yeah.
But if it is your thing, then certainly don't disparage people that it's not their thing either. Yeah. I think that seems to be the trouble in fandoms these days. There's a lot of you have to see this the way I see it.
Do you remember when people could just agree to disagree, and then you could also like some things and not other things?
No, I disagree with that. But yeah, I think sometimes in fandom we get so passionate about these things that we lose sight of what really matters, which is people and feelings and stuff. So all art is subjective. You can't say objectively this show stinks now. You can't make that call for somebody else. Just like you can't say objectively this thing is the greatest it's ever been. That's not your call for somebody else either. Everybody has their subjective opinion, and they can like it or not like it. So I say the fair thing is always to give it a fair shot. See 2 or 3, 4 episodes, and then make your judgment. And then that way, if it comes up, hey, why don't you watch Doctor Who anymore? Or, hey, what made you such a big fan of Doctor Who? You're speaking from an informed place, and you can talk about what you love about it or what you don't like about it, and then, you know, you can agree to disagree with the other people around you.
And frankly, if you gave it those few episode shots and it still wasn't for you, you just wait around for the next Doctor to come around and just
Sure.
read the summaries.
And that's kind of the that's kind of the brilliance of this show, is that it can reinvent itself over and over and over again, find new audiences. I mean, it was a pretty big deal when David Tennant was the Doctor, but then when Matt Smith took over, it kicked into a whole new sort of era of fandom where you know, it really picked up in the States and other places. So, yeah, absolutely. The show reinvents itself over and over and over again. This may not be an iteration for you. It might be your favorite iteration. You're going to have to watch it and find out.
Yeah.
And so will we.
Yeah.
And that's what we plan to do.
Yes.
Anyway, that's it for us. If you like this video,
Hit that thumbs
and
up.
consider subscribing to the channel. We love it when you do that. If you're already subscribed, hit that bell icon. You know what that does. It lets you know the next time we drop one of these things. Until the next time, folks.
Bye.
Bye.